Alright, what's going on today, guys? In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to replace your battery in your 2018 and up, well really any S550 V8, V6 or EcoBoost. It'll all be the same. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come over to your driver's side door, open it up, and we're going to pop the hood. You pull this little thing right here, it pops the hood. Come back over here, lift the hood up just a little bit, go ahead, grab this, pull it up, and if you have this still, which I don't know why Ford still offers this, it should come with hood struts from the factory, but you're gonna want to take this, put it right here, and if you have hood struts, just lift it up and let it hang out. Come over to your passenger side, and right under this is going to be where your battery is located. In the 2015 to 2017s, right here, and right here, all come with little twists. So you just twist them out and it comes right off. I've already had to take the battery and stuff and, you know, disconnect it to do other things. So right here is just a push pin, and then as you can see here, it kind of just went over top of it. So it makes it really easy. I can just pull it out, and then I can expose the battery right here. As you can see right there, this is where my battery has left us. Looks like it's corroded, and we're gonna go ahead and get that fixed up. So the first thing you're gonna wanna grab is a 10mm socket and wrench, and you're gonna wanna take off the negative terminal side first. All right, now that you've grabbed your 10mm socket and wrench, you're gonna wanna come over to this socket right here, or this nut, take it off. You can use your finger, just take it off real quick. If it gets tough, go back to your wrench, take it all the way off. That should be good. And then you should just be able to wiggle this. Just loosen it a little bit more. And then this is where it would help. Let's see if we can just take that out. And put that back just to make sure we don't lose it. We're not going to push it in or anything, but now we can get this fully out of the way and we can start trying to get this terminal off. All right, so just a little bit of wiggling and that terminal comes off, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the same thing on the positive side. Remember, you want to take off the negative side first, just because if you take the positive side off and you're holding any kind of metal and the metal touches any part of metal in the engine bay itself, it will shock you. And I'm telling you, if you have any rings and it's connected, it's touching at all, it's gonna melt to your fingers. So guys, please be careful and don't forget to take off the negative side first. All right, let's move on. Now that we've got that loose, we're just gonna do the same thing on the other side. Wiggle this terminal off. And there we go. And then something you guys may not know or may not have seen is right here there's a little 8mm that keeps the battery from moving around in the engine bay while your car's running. So we're gonna grab an 8mm and we're gonna loosen that, and then the battery should come right out. All right guys, sorry about the wind noise if there's any. Can't help any of that. Just pretty windy day. Okay, so now that we've got our 8mm out, we're going to attach it to our wrench, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this little 8mm thing out that is holding the battery in place, and then we'll take the battery out. All right, now I think she's out. So now we can pull this out and the battery should come right out. All right guys, I have another warning for you guys. Do not put anything that is a cylinder, so don't put sockets, anything like that that's gonna roll off, because there's a gap right here. I promise you, if your tools fall down in there, it's gone forever. It's gonna fall inside the fender and you're gonna have to take the whole fender off to get back to it. All right, now let's get to taking the battery out. And now that we have everything out, it should just come right out. And it looks like this battery doesn't have a handle on it. All right. Set that on the fuse box. Pick it up. Put it down right here. All right. So before we go ahead and put the new battery in, wow, look at all that corrosion in there. That is terrible. I'm gonna see if I can take this box out, wipe it down, and then I'll get back to you guys as soon as all that's cleaned out. First, I'm gonna tighten them all down by hand, and then we'll torque them all down. That way the battery's not moving around. That way the battery's not moving around when we are driving on the road. All right. You know, I'm doing this for fun. And I'm really doing this to document it for myself because I love working on this car. And it just makes me happy, so I'm gonna do it, and if I can make other people happy along the way, then we're absolutely gonna do it, because that's what I'm all here for. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and I'm gonna disconnect this here, and I might leave this one alone just because this one is a little better. I'll get up in there. I'm getting that look to brand new again. Definitely make sure to get on all, look at that, I didn't even see this underneath. Make sure you're getting all this stuff off of wherever it's gonna contact the terminals on your battery. Just because you don't want anything interrupting that flow of electricity, because it can start to mess with electrical things in your car, and that's no bueno. You don't want to fry anything or start blowing circuits. So, you know, like I said earlier, just make sure that you're keeping up on the maintenance with your car. So we'll get all of this removed. We're gonna go ahead and give the negative side some extra love, just because that one is definitely in need of it. And that's the great thing about a battery change on a car like this. It's really not that hard, and really anyone can do it anywhere. Like I'm in this little shopping mall area. My car decided it wasn't gonna start after I came out of donating plasma, and here we are. So, you know, it's a great opportunity to film more content. All right, great opportunity to film more content, but you know, these things happen to everyday people, so don't freak out if it happens to you. All right, so now that we've got that one cleaned up, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the negative terminal. I believe this is another 10. It could be an 8, but we're about to find out, so let's do it. It is a 10 mil, okay. So what we're gonna do here is just, you know, simple. We're just gonna remove the terminal piece from the wires. We'll clean it off, and then we'll be all good to put the new battery in. Can't wait. Wow guys, look at that. That is absolutely disgusting and definitely not safe. So please be careful when handling things like this. Don't want it to get into your eyes. Definitely don't want to ingest it. All common knowledge things, but you never know. Do it away from the car. I definitely like allergies too, so this can't be, you know, it's probably not a good thing to be breathing in, but you know, like, it has to be done, so we're doing it. All right, make sure you're getting down in these holes where everything builds up. Try and get in all the cracks and crevices. Anything that's metal that has this stuff on it, you really want to get it off. All right guys, now that we got the terminal all cleaned up, we're gonna throw it back onto the wire part of the terminals. We're gonna throw this new battery in, start her up, and we'll see if she starts. All right, just get that snug. You don't have to torque it down, you know. You kind of want it to be able to, you know, not really have play in it, but you don't want it to be so tight to where it's like stressing out the wires, you know what I mean? All right, so now that we got everything cleaned out, looks like we can just throw this battery back in. Please, 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 I am begging you guys, do a little bit of research before you go out and you buy a battery. You want to make sure that the battery is compatible with your car, and you want to make sure that the positive and negatives are on the same side as your OEM battery, because guys, please don't make this mistake. If you buy a battery where the terminals are switched and you end up putting the positive on the negative and the negative on the positive, you will fry your entire ECU. Trust me, you don't want to spend thousands of dollars on a new ECU. Please make sure that you get the right battery, the right group size, and the right cold start amps. Do a little bit of research, then go buy a battery, then make sure that your terminals are on the correct side. All right, let's get back to the installation because we're almost done. Okay, now that we have the new battery in, we're gonna put the terminals on in the opposite way that we took them off. So we're gonna put on the positive terminal first, and then we're gonna put on the negative terminal second. Please, please, please make sure that you are putting your terminals on the right terminals on the battery. All right, let's go ahead and do it. Okay, so for some reason, this 10mm is not tightening back down. So let's go ahead and let's get this off and let's figure out why. All right guys, now that the terminals are installed on the battery, we're gonna go ahead and throw this little plastic piece back down in there. Now this is just to hold the battery in place. So once we get it in, you don't gotta torque it down a ton. Alright guys, so now that that's done, we're just gonna throw the battery cover back on. Yep, that's gone. Don't know where that went. In my pocket? Nope. Oh well. Alright, we're just gonna throw this back on top. Other way, you dummy. Alright, putting a little slab back there, and you're all good to go. Make sure you get all your tools out of your engine bay. You know, look along the side. Remember, don't put anything right there. I think we're good. Let's go ahead and give her a start. See if she'll start up. Moment of truth, guys. There we go. That's all she needed was a fresh new battery and the terminal. Ouch. Sounds like she's running strong now. All right, let's check the volts. 14.3 volts, we're all good to go. All right guys, thank you so much for watching. Let's get a little POV on the exhaust. The car is disgusting, but there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed and learned something today. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications so you never miss out on a new video. All right guys, I love you so much. Peace out.